Oh, who's your friend there, Regina?
Nurse Milligan, Lieutenant Quincy.
Frank will do.
Hi, Frank. Beth is fine for me.
Beth Milligan?
Beth is just joining us from California.
Would that have been Edwards, AFB?
That's right.
Well, I got it on the first try.
All right, we're gonna continue the tour now, Frank. He's a charmer, but he's harmless. He looks healthy enough. Head case.
Everything all right?
It's fine. Can I get you something?
No, I'm all right. I was, thinking about you.
Is that right?
I was thinking, why leave Edwards? That's a heck of a swell post, and to come out here to this little base in the middle of nowhere?
Well, it's complicated.
I bet.
I'm a widow. He was a pilot stationed at Edwards.
I'm sorry to hear that, Beth.
That's okay. You've been there, right?
Yeah, a time or two, visiting my brother.
Ah, so that's what a soldier like you is doing at Edwards Air Force Base.
Well, if you believe Mr. Dickens there, we are all keeping secrets from each other. Like it or not.
Well, I don't like it. Did you steal a library book?
When I returned that with all of my notes, Mrs. Doherty said, "That's yours now. I expect you'll be buying me a new one."
I thought you were only visiting your brother at Edwards.
Yeah, for 4 long weeks. Mostly spent in the library.
Okay.
So you're out of the special ward now?
Not yet. Doc Whittison gave me a hall pass.
Oh, well, when you have the time, there's a few things I've been meaning to ask you about your background.
Ask away. I'm an open book. You know me.
Not here.
You're awfully cryptic today.
I'm cryptic. I have to get these pills upstairs. Why don't you meet me later in the records room?
I've got a powwow with the warden first. How about I come find you after that, say 3 o'clock?
It's fine. Thank you.
Frank Quincy.
Is this you being an open book? Okay, well, are you free to talk now?
Absolutely. And what would you like to talk about?
No, not here. Let's go to the records room.
The records room.
Right, like I said before.
Before
Before when we said we were gonna meet in the records room.
a pretty lady asked me to meet with her privately. That sounds like something I'd remember.
Frank, please. Lieutenant Quincy, what can I do for you?
Well, for starters, you can tell me why you and I are suddenly so formal.
We're not formal. Frank?
Look, I'm here because I'm crazy, not because I'm stupid, remember? I don't mean to overstep, but I sort of felt that you and I have a certain connection beyond the nurse-patient relationship.
I like to think that I have a connection with all of my patients. It is my job.
Did we do another round of pills recently? Because I sort of remember we did.
We did.
I'm just trying to understand what they did to me. Except when I try to think about it, it's fuzzy. It's kind of like a dream.
A dream? Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised, considering how long you slept. 12 hours straight, if I'm not mistaken.
12 hours.
Nurse Grad said you wanted to see me. Is there something you need?
You brought my dinner last night during the 90 seconds I was in the bathroom.
I had rounds. The ward's filled to capacity this week.
So I guess I am just another patient to you. My mistake.
Frank, believe me, I am doing everything I can to help you, to give you the care that you need.
I just don't understand why you've changed towards me.
Frank, I haven't changed.
Stop. What does that mean, you haven't changed?
Never mind, just go back in your room, please, Frank.
Well, Beth, wait. Tell me. Have I changed? Please tell me.
Last week you acted like we never met before. Like I was a stranger.
What?
At reception, with the alarm clock.
What are you talking about?
Frank, look, just take your medicine, follow your doctor's orders, and try not to stress yourself, and I'll help you in any way that I can. He told you were asleep the whole day.
Is he lying? Because either he's lying or you are, and you don't seem like a liar.
Frank, I'm sure you just misunderstood him.
Wait, there's more that I didn't tell you about my time at Edwards. I wasn't just there for my brother. I was working as an advisor.
I know. I read your file.
Did you? Well, what it didn't say was that I was planning surveillance missions. The kinds of missions that Roy flew, your husband.
Roy. You knew Roy. Roy was a test pilot. He didn't fly surveillance missions.
He didn't tell you about him.
Frank, this
Beth,
is
this was secret work. He
crazy.
couldn't tell you. We knew Roy.
Wait,
My brother, Bill, and I. Billy, he was a spy pilot like Roy.
was.
6 months ago, Billy's plane disappeared over Siberia. 3 weeks later, the Reds bombed a couple of our secret radar installations off Okinawa. Just found him, like needles in a haystack. The thinking was Billy's plane got shot down, and God bless him, he survived the crash, but the KGB got the locations out of him. Who knows what they did to him?
Frank, why are you telling me this?
A couple of weeks later, a man came to see me at Edwards. Said he was with the Central Intelligence Agency, that they wanted to make sure that type of security breach wouldn't happen again. Developing some kind of miracle drug to implement conscious memory control, and would I be willing to help? That man was Whittison.
Whittison?
The next thing I know, I'm here. And they're giving me these pills, which they said might have side effects, but nothing like this. I mean, it's out of control, Beth. I need you to do something for me, and you can't tell anyone about it, especially Whittison. When I got here, there was another patient on the ward, an infantry sergeant named Dennis Trask. He was pretty far gone. Some days he couldn't even remember his name. And he told me it was because of the pills, and I didn't believe him. Anyway, he got discharged about a month ago. Went to live with his sister. I want you to find him, even if it's just to tell him that he was right. And after you've talked to him, after you've seen what happened to him, I want you to come back and help me. That's his sister's phone number.
Frank, I don't...
Please, Beth, please. There's no one else I can trust.
We don't want you doing anything you're not comfortable with. We'll taper down immediately. And you can stay and recuperate until you're ready to return to your unit.
Well, I appreciate that, Doc, really. I was thinking I could transfer to the Army Hospital at Fort Howard.
In Maryland?
I have cousins there. It'd be nice to be near family with what happened to Billy.
Of course. Nothing more important than family. We'll get started on the paperwork. And thank you for your courage, Frank. Your entire country appreciates your taking part in this important project.
So, no more memory drugs. That's it.
That's it. If that's what you want.
Great. Thank you.
Well, it's fortunate that we developed the water-soluble prototype. Now we can simply administer the compound in his food.
And Army paperwork takes months.